Alright guys, lots changed in the day. We have sold the Marquise. The Marquise is sold. I don't have time to mess with it or rebuilding it. I lost a bunch of interest into it. And with the price of gas and everything these days, it's too friggin' expensive to be at it. So unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to the Marquise. We are not going to be able to get it over there for the team show. It's not feasible. It's not feasible this summer. Gas here is like $2.27 a liter, and some people that might sound normal, but for here we're used to like $1.17, $1.20, not $2.27. So it's going to cost me at least $1,000, $1,000 just to put this car on a trailer and get it to Gillham's. That's not getting myself over there or getting any of my gear over there or my missus getting over there or, you know, hospitality stuff is not feasible. I'd say by the time it's all said and done, it's going to be a $2,000 weekend, $2,500 weekend, and I'm not going at it. I'm not going at it. So, no team show for us this year. Marquise is being sold. We'll see what happens next year. My main priority is this Camry, obviously. And depending on how well this one holds up and smash up, we'll use this one in Gander. If not, I do have another car. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with it yet. It was supposed to go on the road. I haven't spoken about it yet, but we'll see that one soon. But we got to get all this stuff moved around. I got to get this one off the jack stands and moved back. Get this one pulled forward so I can get the Camry behind this car. This car's gonna need a lot of work, but he's willing to do it. Alrighty guys, big difference. Marquise is gone. Unfortunately, it's just not feasible with the gas prices and everything right now. It's just not feasible. So I sold it to a good buddy that is going to run it. He is going to use it. So yeah, you guys will see that later. We'll get more of an update, but I'm trying to focus on this thing right now. I got all the area that I need to work on it. Marquise is out of the way. So today I actually finished up my solid front end suspension. It's not welded up the best. Just gave it a little tack weld at the bottom, but I bubble gummed the crap out of it on top so that I know that it's in there well. The other one is better. All of it's holding up. None of it's breaking off. I got a couple tack welds on this side, and the top of that one, I bubble gum the crap out of that one to make sure that that stays in place. So that's all good, and she's really starting to come around. All brakes on the front have been clipped, capped off, and brake lines have been tied up away. I was going to do it at the master cylinder, but I didn't really want to mess with it, so we moved on from that. I'm getting the rest of this welded in now. I'm going to cut up a couple plates, and we're going to get that welded up to the frame itself, actually. So I think that's going to do all right. It's going to help this bumper be held on a lot better. But yeah, I switched around the tires. These are not poking out so much like the SS's were. The SS's were poked out big time, and they still kind of are on the back, but I don't really care. I don't care. It is what it is. But we're getting everything buttoned up now. Everything is starting to look good. The paint job is still continuing, but it's looking decent, I think. Everything here is pretty much the same, but we got that bolted up now from up and down the bottom with a couple plates, so that should hold very, very nicely in place. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do here yet for a strap. Probably just get some welding straps and drill a couple holes and just pinch it all down. Get a little bit of more foam to go on top so we're not actually touching the metal after plastic for it to chafe. So I think that'll be all right. Fuel pump is in place. Just got to get it mounted up on bottom. this up here is done. I got a couple of pieces of foam just to add a bit more protection up under the battery from shocks and all of that. I don't want it to get broken. I don't know if I'm going to leave my starter wire like that or not. I don't know if I'm going to leave it or if I'm going to put, I don't know, a couple pieces on the end of it. I don't know. Maybe something like those. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, front end solid suspension is done. All of our plates are ready to go. Under here is completely done. She's even been capped off with water. I cleaned up all my spark plugs. They're pretty dirty. They're bad. They were pretty corroded. But well, I cleaned them up. I threw new ones into it. Duct taped the rat hose. Everything's out of the way. So now the biggest thing, I want us to get those plates welded up now. I say that's probably what I'm going to do right now. We'll probably set you guys up for a time lapse or something. We haven't done that in a long time. And I got a new GoPro that I want to try out. So hopefully if it works out well, I'm going to build a little case for it and we'll throw it into the roof of that. And you guys will get an in-car view without my head going all over the place. Having a hard time to keep up with it. So yeah. But anyways, we'll get at this here now. I got a couple plates welded up or cut up and we'll get that put on. Alright guys, we got that first plate done. He's probably a little bit wide, but whatever. You don't stick out that far. So I was going to weld along the crease at the bottom there. Weld it along the top. I've already got this side done. Beads are not the best, but hey, whatever. It sticks. I can stick metal together. That's all that matters. So I got to get this bolt out, take all that out, and we'll get that second plate welded up. Alright guys, it's 2 days later. We had a bunch of rain the last couple of days, so I haven't got a thing done until today. We're back at it again. I can get my door bar lined up so I can get that evened out. As you could tell from the last couple of videos, it was kind of pressing off the side of the car, and I want to integrate these two bars, or the factory bars that go into the inside of the door. I want to make up a clamp that's going to go over these two bars and then sit inside of this like little boxed area that's here, and then we'll take it and clamp it all together. So if it does come down to the door bar getting ripped off, the only way that you're going to rip it off is if you rip the whole damn door off. Which is possible. It's happened before, but yeah, I think it would just, you know, a little bit more structural integrity into putting the door bar on. I've seen them fall off before. I'm hoping this one's not going to. It's my second time using one. First time on a small car, so trial run. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, we got our plates done. They're all welded in. I think I might tack, or might throw another plate on top of that just to kind of go over the bumper itself. So this all welded in place. Just getting a couple of small bolts getting thrown in there for now. I gotta get this bottom plate welded in. Not bad. 3 days. 3 days with no tubes in them before they went flat, so that's not bad. Yeah, other than that, we're finishing up. This thing's gonna go, because guarantee if not, that thing's gonna go flying at some point. We might actually take that whole filler neck out yet. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can keep going with my door bar, and we'll see what else happens here. I'm gonna start cutting out that windshield today. I believe it's kind of warm. It's not bad, so we'll see if we can get at that too. Okay, rear sub has been chained up, bolted up. That's good to go. That's fairly tight. This should do fine. We got all. We're starting this side, getting everything all seatbelted up. Yes, I'm going to use seatbelts. I'm not spending any more money. Fuck that. So we're just going to seatbelt our rear knuckles, or whatever you want to call them, to our sub, which is chained up to the body, which should do fine. I got a bolt put through that side. I think I mentioned that already. Small bolt, don't care. Other than that, this thing is pretty well done. Almost. Like I said, I'm still going to get at that windshield. I'm going to make that door bar flush there now. I got it all the way I want it. I just kind of skipped that neck because there was a couple more things that I wanted to do. I'd like to be able to get more of that spare tire carrier up inside of it if I could. It's up there pretty good now, but I'd like to be able to get the whole section up if I could. Yeah, it's definitely coming, but well, I think she's doing all right. I think she's going to be a good one for Smash Up. There's going to be definitely something different. I haven't started her ever since I cleaned everything up, but we got to get a fuel filter for it first, and some octane booster. I forgot the word there the other day. But yeah, we need some octane booster for this. And we soon got to get at those rear brakes. Other than that, she's almost good to go. I got all my stickers put in, what I want, all my designs and everything. So those are soon going to be coming up. And yeah, everything is looking good. Let's keep going. I'd say we'll probably get some more of this welded in. Get that finished up. Probably come back to these doors now, I guess. How's she going now today, guys? I apologize. Battery died yesterday in the camera from the day before. Forgot to charge it. So we're back at it again today. This car is almost done, and I mean that this time. I was going through. Hold on, I'll show you what I mean. So, with all the stuff that I've been trying to do with this car, and watch what I'm doing. I've been keeping a list. I actually have a build list. I'll show you guys that right now. So this is what I've been dealing with for the last few months, like. And that's just the actual build sheet. But everything that's scratched out is everything that I've done within the last couple months. That's all things for TikTok. Yeah, so we got those 2 pages right there. 2.5 pages. And excuse me. I've been following that for quite a bit just to make sure that I'm doing absolutely everything that I want to with this car. And we're getting down there, guys. We're literally getting down there. The only things that I haven't really done, well, the last plate on the trunk, I'm legit doing that right now. Got time to go right now. That ain't gonna be very much longer, and that'll be done. And window mesh, windshield gotta come out for that. That's literally the last thing to do. Bolt down the rear window bar. Like, other than that, everything else is pretty much done. Like, you know, take out the windshield, that rear window bar. Bolting down my fuel pump right now. Actually, I've got all the bolts and everything up and under, ready to go. Fuel cell is next. So I mean, I'm really running out of things to do on this car now. Fuel filter, I gotta pick one of those up later. But other than the paint and, you know, a few knick-knack stuff, like, this car is pretty much done. She is pretty much done. Like I was saying earlier on in the video, I think I mentioned a couple days ago, I got all my stickers and everything sent in for the order. They should be started really soon. I'm hoping to pick them up this weekend. So yeah, guys, other than the random bits of welding I want to get done and bolt down a couple things and remove a windshield, like, this car is finished. This car is pretty much done. And that's why she's jacked up here now on this side. I'm getting everything bolted up from up and under, because when she's on the ground, she don't have very much clearance. I'm gonna see if I can try to do something about that. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, there's not a whole lot left. So let's get this welded down and continue to weld down the rest of our stuff that we don't have finished, and then we'll go from there. Alright, guys, the day's almost over. We got a lot of work done. I'm getting ready to call it quits and clean everything up. But everything is pretty much tightened up now. All the fuel pump and everything, that's all mounted down now. That's in its place. That's all in its place. Same with my battery box and my batteries. So, I'm done here for the day. Other than a bit of paint and getting those rear brakes done, this thing is done, and a little bit of more welding. I don't know how to stop blowing through the doors. The metal is so weak. I keep blowing through it. But whatever. It'll hold. It'll do. And yeah, she's pretty much done, guys. Hopefully we can get her started tomorrow. we'll make up a big video and I'll send her down the driveway a couple times and see how this thing is doing. I do got to pick up some brake fluid. That's one thing I do got to do. But anyways, guys, that's the end of this one for today. This car is almost done. I think this video should be long enough now. I ain't going to get to this car. It's not a derby car. It is not a derby car, so don't even get it in your heads. Gas prices are going up too high. I can't afford to be driving around a truck all the time. So we're going to take this. And actually, I'm going to make a personal video on it because it's actually not that bad. It's a 2001. It's a 2001 Nissan Sentra. So the thing is 21 years old. But she's not bad. So we'll get to that after. But this thing is done. I'm going to say she's done. It's that small stuff now. It's not even no point to keep making videos on it, really. However, I probably will. See what happens. But anyways, guys, that's the Camry. She's almost done. Stay tuned. We're going to get this thing roaring within the next couple days. Hopefully tomorrow, if not the weekend. Have a good one, guys. Keep building. Stay safe.